we're here with Con Men, Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk. Can you tell us a little bit about the project? Because to me, it kind of sounds like Comic-Con meets Entourage in a very appealing way.
It's more like Comic-Con meets Extras.
Oh, great.
In a way, because just like his character, Ricky Gervais's character, at the center of that show, who isn't living the life he imagines he wants to, Ray Nearly is in the same position. Whereas Nathan's character, Jack Moore, is living the life that Ray wants to. They were both on the same show, and he's gone on to great success. And Ray is frustrated by his lack of opportunity. So in that way, and he's bitter about it, and every time he acts out on that bitterness, it always comes back to kick him in the teeth.
And all of these acting out scenes, are they all happening in conventions like this one?
Many are. One in a comic book store, wherever he is. It doesn't matter where he is, whether he's voicing a video game, which is based on a thing that Nathan and I actually did. There's always a kernel of truth sort of in the writing, that then everything from there becomes a fiction.
Yeah, I was going to ask, because it sounds like a lot of these things are him blowing up in a place that you know really well, a convention hall, with both of you have a lot of experience with that. So I'm curious, can you give us a particular scene that really strikes true as something that happened to you?
You want to talk about the video game?
Yeah, talk about that.
Why don't you do that?
We voiced a video game. We did Halo. I want to say 3 together. Because Halo 2, I had like 2 lines, and then Halo 3, we did it all in earnest.
Right.
And we weren't together when we did our stuff, but later on we got together and said, hey, how did your voiceover go? Mine was great. We were playing Halo at the time, going, what was yours like? And I said, oh, I got to say all this great stuff, like, let's keep fighting, and get me a sniper up here, and move forward. Everybody, attack. What did you do, Alan?
Ow! They're using real bullets. Let's hide. Yeah, I want to go home. It was all of those things that you don't really want to hear in battle or say.
And his reaction is, what? You got to do that? I thought we were all maybe doing that was like that's...
Yeah. Whoops, dropped a grenade.
Don't worry, he'll jump on it. You can save everyone.
What do you mean my nickname's Friendly Fire? That's rude. Yeah.
And that happened in real life. You both sat down and you're like, wow, we had very different scripts for this.
Yeah, that was a bit of a fall.
For Alan specifically.
Yes. And then
teachable moment.
And there's a scene where I'm voicing a video game. Gina Torres is the director of the video game, and it's very much like that. It'll be in the trailer where she says, you know what, we're going to switch this up a little bit. You're now going to be reading the role of Marion. Marion, is that even a guy? Well, the producers assure me it is. You can see his lines there, and so then I have to read, like, Nolan the North is reading Buzzsaw, and Milo Ventimiglia is reading, I don't know.
Razorburn.
Yeah, no, I'm Razorburn. I was Razorburn. Yeah, I was Razorburn, and I had to leave that.
When you mentioned Gina Torres, it sounds like you're getting a lot of people from the convention circuit that you're familiar with in this project. Who else are those Comic-Con names that you're bringing in?
Bruce Campbell,
and then also Joss Whedon and James Gunn. So not just actors. Well, they are actors, but mainly known as writers, directors.
Summer Glau.
Yeah, from the Firefly. Sean Marr, Jewel State.
Who's Gunn and Whedon playing? Are they playing themselves?
No. Gunn is playing
the Dutch version of my character from the sci-fi show.
Yeah.
There was an unfinished episode, and the creator took all the dailies and ran off to where did he live? Amsterdam?
Holland, yeah.
Holland.
Undisclosed location in Holland.
Right, and years later finished it with his own actors. Okay. So James Gunn plays my character, Captain. What was his name?
Captain Raker.
Right. Captain Raker with 2 A's.
Yeah.
And Whedon plays?
Whedon plays a
film set peon.
Yeah, a film set peon. I don't know what to call him. He's someone. He's a tech guy on set. On set of one of Jack's movies.
Yeah.
Do we get to yell at? Do you see someone yell at him, or is he just obsessed with like gaffing the wires perfectly?
No. He's like on most sets. People don't yell at
Yeah,
at many
it's
of
dramatic.
at the tech guys. Is the crew, I guess is the word.
But certainly he's made to endure.
Yeah, he has to suffer a bit.
It's heartache, much heartache.
Yeah.
So let's flip the script for him.
Talk about flip the script. It was very interesting watching Alan Tudyk direct Joss Whedon.
Yeah, it was very nervous. I was very, yeah. It was like as if I was performing dentistry on my dentist. It's what I felt like. It's like,
Cut. No. Joss.
there was this great moment where I said, okay, Joss, we got that. Now we're just going to come in a little closer. We're going to swing a lens and get your close-up. And that term, swing a lens, is very, I don't know, insider slang or it's slang. And I absolutely do not have a knowledge of cameras or anything. And I said, so I'm going to swing a lens. And his reaction was,
Do you know what that means? Show me.
he saw
Swing
me.
a lens.
He saw, yeah. I think it like translated to him as if you're saying, I'm going to get down on it, homie. Like that kind of level of just nerdiness of trying to be a director.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you produced, directed, and wrote all of Con Man, right?
And starred in.
And starred in, sorry.
Yeah, a lot of hats.
Yeah.
What was that? I mean, is this your first foray into all of that? Is it a lot to handle?
Yes.
Has he handled it with grace?
He really has. You know, people say a little hard work never killed you. I say don't take any chances. Alan really attacked this thing. From the moment he said, I have this idea, and he didn't let it go, then he started writing, then all of a sudden he had 120 minutes of high-quality stuff, polished stuff, and you got the show on the road, man. You made it happen.
Ed and PJ and you and I crowdfunded the thing and reached out to the fans that know us from Firefly.
There was a lot of work that went into it before that. You were trying to get it done through more traditional means.
Right.
And look for someone to help us out with that. And it got just a little too frustrating. And the whole idea of it is if you want to make your show, you can't give it to somebody else. That becomes their show. Then you're making somebody else's show.
Right.
Or did they want to make it, was there a different idea for Con Man?
Absolutely. Well, they don't know the people that we met, and even people with under production companies, unnamed, that you would think would really have a handle on that, didn't seem to understand what cons really were. You would be in a meeting, they go, I went to Comic-Con like 3 years ago. That place was crazy.
Yeah, it was very important to us that we respected and honored the fans, because that's what this is all about. We wouldn't have any of this would not be going on without fans, and we're very, very aware of that. So we wanted to make sure we were partnered with people who respected and honored the fans and knew what it was about.
Right.
Didn't ostracize them.
And this is a great con. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but there are many cons. There's one every weekend, evidently.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the world, at least one. And that's where a lot of the experiences that our characters, my character especially, goes through from those cons. This is like as Hollywood has landed on San Diego, and there's parties that you can't get into unless you're on a list. Whereas at a regular con, it's like if there's a party, everybody's going, and it's a very inclusive atmosphere. And not to knock San Diego Comic-Con because it's a blast. It's sort of the flagship, but those are the cons of Con Man.
And I guess my final question is, you have a lot of conventions between the two of you you've been to. What have you learned about yourself by going through all of these various different across the world conventions?
Wow. I've learned that there's one constant in all of the of all the conventions. The promoters change, the style of the convention changes. In Australia, there's a lot of wrestling. There's always wrestling. Did you get that? There was wrestling. You were just there. Was there wrestling there? You kind of have to find it.
Yes, there was one wrestler there. One wrestler. Nice, man.
If you seek it out, you can find amateur wrestling. For some reason, I think it's on the same channel, but they put that together. So, there's different personalities to every con, but the fans are the constant. There isn't that's the thing you can expect and anticipate. Count on is their support, and that's that's amazing. Their appreciation, getting in you know, whatever that relationship is, that exchange that you have with different fans. That's the thing.
I don't care who you are. When you're at home by yourself doing your day-to-day, it's very easy to forget that there's people out there who are thrilled by what it is you do for a living. And these weekends, for me, is a really wonderful reminder that people are watching and people are enjoying something that I'm enjoying as well. And then I also learned that I'm a pretty big nerdy fan myself too, because I get really excited about the other guests at these cons, and I get to meet them, and they're doing like a photo booth or something. I'll slip over there and slip in. I get to go to the front of the line. And I'm thrilled to pieces to be here. I can't say enough. I have a great time. I have a great time being a fan, being with fans, and
walking the floor.
Yeah, it's a great community. It's a wonderful community spirit.
Well, thank you so much for your time, John.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.